Hey, my name is Polina Gazeva and I'm an artist living and working in Berlin. You see, I haven't painted in about 2 months now, and I feel quite weird about it. I don't even know how to explain it, but things just kind of start feeling weird if I don't paint for a long time. I kind of forget that it's such a big part of me, and I vaguely remember that it's somewhere there, but when I'm not actively always doing it, it just feels so distant. And maybe that is why partially I feel so distant from myself as well. And the problem is that painting requires space and it requires time. And not just time as in like, oh, I have an hour now so I can quickly paint. No, the way I enjoy painting is when I can actually dedicate myself to it. So I can take enough time to prepare, to actually enjoy the process, to get involved in the process where I don't have to rush, I don't have to think about other tasks I have to do on this day, I don't have to think about the problems, I just get the time for myself and the painting. And I haven't really had the chance to do that. Me and my partner went on vacation, and before the vacation, I was very busy trying to get everything ready for the vacation. I had to prepare some work. Yeah, and so we were gone for a month, and now you would think, oh, now I'm back, so now I can paint, but I can't actually paint because I'm gonna leave again in a week to go to a different city to help out my mom with some stuff, and I'm again in this weird position where, like, yeah, theoretically I could get myself to paint, theoretically I could set things up and start a new painting, but I also don't actually want to do it because it's just going to take me a while to start. I have to prepare my studio, like I have to reorganize my studio space where I actually can paint. I have to prepare the canvas, I have to like prime the canvas and do all of that, and I have to do the most annoying work. And by the time I'm going to be done with that most annoying work, I will have to leave again like half a month. So I'm like, I feel like with my drawings, because I've been drawing more and differently lately, like something has changed. And I feel like that something is also going to affect the way I'm going to be painting. But I'm not sure yet because I need to actually start painting to see what's going to happen there. But I feel like something is going to happen there. And I'm excited to do it. And I'm excited to see it. But I still have to wait. I still can't actually do anything. And so what I thought I'm gonna do, since I don't have the time for big, actual, real painting, I'm gonna do something that's not quite drawing, but not a painting yet. I'm gonna work with some charcoal today, and I'm gonna just make a simple charcoal drawing painting, hopefully, or I'll just do something today. I'll try a new thing. I'll get my paper that my friend brought me from Japan, really nice soft paper. I'll get my charcoal, I'll get some like pastels, and I'll just do something. I'll try to get a little bit into that space. Hopefully, maybe I will feel better. Hopefully, I'll get something out. Hopefully, it'll bring excitement out again. But we'll see. I don't know. And hopefully, once I'm back, which is gonna be like end of November, then I can start working on a new painting. And I'm so excited because I'm going to do it on this canvas. This is a canvas I found in the street. And I'm going to paint over this painting of a landscape that's on it. It's not my painting, it was on it. And it seems like quite a decent canvas, and I'm excited. I've had this canvas for like months now, and I still haven't gotten to actually paint it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a painting of a really long dog. Also, welcome to this corner of my bedroom with my shoes and a leather and a bunch of other stuff. You used to see the other corner where I used to paint. Yeah. So I'm also just gonna set up the canvas here, I think, while there's still light from the window, kind of. It's getting really cold in Berlin. So it turns out I recorded the whole introduction without having connected my microphone to the camera. Yeah, I hope that was still okay. I hope that's gonna work. I'm sure it's gonna work. I'll make it work. Okay, we're just gonna roll with it. Now I'm using my microphone correctly. There's this piece of paper, but it's a bit too vertical. So we're not gonna use that one. I'll put it here. I think I'll just... Oh, it's just one big piece. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it somewhere somehow. So if I just cut it here, that's like a good piece. So maybe I can just... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... I don't know. People really get upset at me, like in the comments. Some people say I'm too like stuck in my ways, or I should be experimenting more, like pushing myself more. Or some people say I should have like more pressure. I think that's like the worst thing you can have as an artist. Like, sure, if there's a deadline, you might like make some stuff, but are you gonna be happy? Long term, I don't think so. At least I won't. For this, if it's gonna be something, if it's gonna be a nice painting in the end. Do you call it a painting or a drawing if it's charcoal? I don't know. If it's nice, I'm gonna put it in a frame. I have some frames of this size, I think. I think they're this size. Actually, I'll have to check. I hopefully can put it in a frame. Charcoal things are so fragile, you know. I mean, you can spray paint it, of course, but it's better in a frame. I have a couple of bigger charcoal paintings and I still want to frame them. It's just really expensive, kind of. So I haven't done it, but it would be nice. Okay, you know what? I think this is fine. I think this will have to do. On the vacation, I drew some stuff that I also thought would be nice as a whole-ass painting. And I mean, I'm not making like a whole-ass painting right now, but let me see if I remember what it was that I wanted to do. I mean, this would be nice, but I think I'm just gonna do like a dog. Okay. The fun part about charcoal is that you can erase it, but you know what's the fun part about this paper? It's super soft, so actually you can't really erase anything here. I think you can try by like tapping lightly on the paper. That's gonna be it, sort of. So I'm just gonna do something like this here. Sometimes when I draw or paint, I watch something, like I watch a show or like a YouTube video, or I listen to a podcast. But I actually think it's a good practice now with the recording video and voice while drawing, because it kind of forces me to be in silence, and I think it's actually good for your art. And I don't actually mind it. Like, I think it's hard for me to start in silence, but once I am drawing, once I am painting, I kind of forget that I'm not listening to anything. So it's okay. And it's nice to have some silence for your brain, especially if your brain is always like occupied with things. It's gonna be a funny dog. And like a really funny dog, like haha, funny. Some ribs. But I think I'm gonna start with some pastel. I really need to buy new ones. I'm running out of things. Like I have pink, but I don't even have red anymore. Because I only use red like 90% of the time, so I run out of red immediately. This is what my supplies look like, by the way. Professional. I don't want to use pink. Okay, let's add some blue first. I think there's gonna be blue around the dog, so we can just go and do that first. I think maybe like a bird here. And I mean, this is a funny dog, and I think it gets pierced here. I don't know if oil pastel is gonna work here. I mean, I guess it does. This paper is really soft. Like if I press too hard, I'm just gonna like rip off the first layer. It's nice. It's different, I suppose. Okay, so dogs have like what, 4 fingers? I mean 4 toes? Is it fingers or toes? I think it's in Russian it's the same. My partner sometimes laughs at me because I call toes fingers. But in my language it's the same word. So to me it's the same thing, just, you know, fingers on your feet. But my partner's like, ha ha ha, you're calling toes fingers. It's really funny. Yeah. This is like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have like one more here. Okay, so 1. Let's put the second one here as well. 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one here. You know, it's important. It's really important to be very accurate anatomically, as you can see. Okay, so the paws are like gigantic, kind of, but it works. I'll just make this leg a bit bigger. With the charcoal and this kind of paper, I can't really quite add the amount of detail that I would usually do. But I suppose it's not the worst thing. And again, I'm not against, I'm not for, but I really don't see the necessity of like pushing yourself in your art on purpose. I feel like if you make art and if you're like honest about it, you're always pushing yourself a little bit. It just doesn't have this like negative forced connotation with it. Because art is also like about comfort and, you know, listening to yourself and trusting yourself and trusting the process. And it can be such a great pleasure. Don't on purpose make it worse. Don't feel like, you know what, it's not difficult enough. Let's make it more difficult. I feel like people do that sometimes. And I just don't think it's necessary. I think the more fun you have, the more you enjoy it, the better you're gonna be. You're gonna stick with it, you're actually gonna enjoy it, you're gonna have fun, and if you have fun, it's gonna be amazing. Maybe not always, but that's fine. That doesn't really matter. It doesn't always have to be amazing. Okay, I feel like this is getting somewhere. I think it's not enough here. I feel somehow a bit rushed. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because the camera is running out of battery. I guess I should fix that. I forget that I don't have to be rushing. Like, I forget all the time. And it's weird, because you would think I would be relaxed and slow, but I forget. I forget to be relaxed, and I forget to be slow, and I forget to breathe and take my time with things. But I also sometimes I do just work fast. My art teacher used to make fun of me, like of how quickly I paint. I don't paint as quickly anymore. Paintings take longer now, definitely. But I guess sometimes it still comes out, which is good. That's how I like it. And that's how it works for me. I haven't taken many art classes in my life. I mean, I've hardly taken any. I've taken some when I was a kid. I went to like an art school in Russia or something like that, but it was horrible. Absolutely garbage, like garbage. I also went to like an art teacher, like an artist, also when I was like 13, 14. That was nice. I enjoyed going there. It was much more serious, and he took me much more seriously, and that was good. And I would say I learned quite a bit from him. But he had his ways, which he was very certain on, which I also believed when when he was teaching me, that I don't quite agree with anymore. Not that much, but I still think it was very helpful to have had him back then. Oh, maybe I was younger. Maybe I wasn't 13. I think I was like 10. I don't know. He told me about form. Like, he was very particular about how form has to work, how colors have to work, how like cold and warm colors have to work. He always talked about how it's not about light and shadow, it's about warm versus cold, and how you need both to make something have a volume, have form, have a shape. So that was something. And there I also learned like simple things, like, hey, if you're painting, you have to get up every once in a while and like step away from your painting and look at it from a distance, because it's going to look different and you're going to see it differently. And also don't like get caught up in small details, but step away and look at the big picture. And I remember that well, and I still do that because that is necessary for sure. Yeah. But yes, since then I had a great teacher in my high school in Germany already. I wouldn't say he taught me much. He didn't really teach. He was more of like a, what do you call it? Like, he talked to us. He showed us other artists that we might like. He commented on stuff we made, but he didn't really teach us how to do things. He sometimes helped us with the materials, but just his presence and him being there and just like the support that you get was honestly all I needed. And I miss that greatly. I miss having someone like that in my life. We still meet sometimes and talk, and that's nice. Maybe he's watching the video right now. Guess we'll see. Yeah, and I'm not really sure where to get that kind of environment when you don't go to university. And like, you can find like an artist and have them mentor you, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't really know how to do it. And I don't really know many artists here in Berlin. But if you've done something like that and you have advice, feel free to tell me. I also don't know if I would like it. I think I would like it. I think I would like it just for the experience of doing it. Mm. But I have a hard time trusting other people when it comes to art. Because I think it so heavily relies on you being secure in what you do. But I guess if you're secure, you wouldn't mind listening to someone else. I don't think I would mind listening to someone else. I just don't know if I would like take the advice. And yeah, I actually have no idea how that would work.
I mean, I like it so far. It's not done, I assume, right?
No.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing it continue. Is that a crow?
Yeah.
I felt like maybe does the crow have teeth?
Mm.
Okay, that's very good. I like it so far. At first, when I looked at it, because of how three-dimensional and the texture the pastels look,
Mm.
at first I thought it was string. Like my first reaction was, oh, there's string on it.
Mm.
Like kind of like this but blue.
Mm.
Um, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with it. I'm enjoying it. Good job, baby.
Thank you.
I like the paws. They're very pawing.
Thank you.
Do you want the dog here?
She can be here. Okay, so the sun is shining and it's throwing light onto things. I think we're slowly coming to a point where it's just small things here and there that need to be added. I don't want to overdo it. It's very easy to overdo this. So I have to be deliberate with the last marks. I have to think about it for a second. I think maybe something here. Okay, I'm done. And I'm done, and I'm gonna put my signature. I guess blue will work. I decided I'm gonna again start putting my signature in Russian This is what I used to do when I started painting in high school. Then I switched because I was like, well, no one can read it, but you know what? It's fine. They don't have to read it. Okay, it's done. It's finished. The frame I have doesn't actually fit this painting. The painting is too big for the frame, so I guess I'll have to buy a new one and frame it later. Now I'm going to spray paint it with some fixative so it doesn't smudge. And I think I'll try to get a frame maybe tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go spray it. And if you like my video and if you like my art, feel free to support me on Patreon. Or feel free to check out my works on my website. I have a lot. No, but yeah. If you like what I do, support me or just comment or like.